What's going on, guys? It's Troydan here. And today, we've got the biggest freaks on every NBA team. Pelicans, we already know it's Zion. The Lonzo pretty close. He's pretty freaky. Regardless, I'm not sure of every freak on every team, but we're going to find it out here today. Link in the description below. Is that Kendrick Lamar? Probably not. 3, 2, 1, go. Is it?
Where amazing happens, and a place of work for some of the most extraordinarily big
Westbrook?
and athletic human beings.
Oh,
Here
Kawhi. He's
are the
very
tallest of the
freaky.
tall, the jumpiest of the jumpy, and the fastest of the speedy. Here are the biggest freaks of nature on every NBA team.
All right, let's go, boys.
Atlanta Hawks, John Collins. The Hawks
This is the...
have a long and rich history of high-flying freaks of nature, from Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, and Dikembe Mutombo.
The Hawks don't got
It's
no
now
freaks, and John Collins your
turn
best
to
freak
make
in nature,
highlight dunks
Ca.
in Atlanta. Collins does most of his damage
Bro,
in
what?
pick and roll with Trae Young.
I
who
think the
employs
biggest
his
freak
big
on Atlanta is Trae Young. Boy looks like a lollipop underneath the couch, dude.
man on
That's a
mini lob
freak.
Dunks. Trae often puts the ball so high in the air, beyond the reach of the defender, only for Collins to hammer it down from the air like it's nothing.
Yeah, he can
Boston
dunk.
Celtics. Taco
Oh,
Fall.
well, this is it. That was an easy
Standing
one.
at 7'6", Taco Fall is the tallest NBA player today and one of the 5 tallest players in NBA history.
And one of the few people that never responds to me when I ask him for an NBA player. Love him.
If he played 30 years ago, he would have probably been an all-star, but he only plays in garbage time in today's pace and space era. However, he is still a fan favorite in Boston. Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
KD has one of the smoothest jump shots in NBA history, and it's unfair for defenders that he's an athletic 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan.
Yeah. He's long and lanky. But when we're thinking freaks in the Brooklyn Nets, I'm thinking James Harden. Listen, he eats donuts, probably does cocaine off strippers' titties, and goes and plays and scores 40 the next night. That's a freak. Sorry, KD. Move
That's
over.
why he's called Easy Money Sniper, and why he's one of
Who's
the
ever
best
called him that?
scorers ever.
He's a
Charlotte
snake.
Hornets, Miles Bridges.
What? That's
Charlotte
LaMelo.
Hornets have been one of the most fun teams to watch this past season. A part of it was their fast-paced system, fueled by LaMelo Ball's genius passing and the overall unselfishness of the whole team. The other part was Miles Bridges and his thunderous dunking ability. What he did to poor Clint Capella, who's among the best shot blockers in the NBA, says more than enough. Chicago Bulls, Zach LaVine.
Sure, who else are you going to give
When
it
they
to, I guess?
compare your leaping ability to Michael
else?
Jordan, then you know you got hops. Even though the current Chicago Bulls shouldn't really be compared to the best player in franchise history, LaVine's athletic ability certainly isn't too far behind. Both are two-time
okay.
dunk contest champions,
Calm
and
down.
their dunks from the free
Calm
throw line
down.
are
It's Zach
equally
LaVine.
spectacular. Cleveland Cavaliers, Larry Nance Jr.
Oh,
The apple
shoot.
didn't fall far
That's your
from the
best?
tree in the case of Larry Nance and his son, Larry Jr. Both son and father have proven to be exceptional flyers and spectacular dunkers. Even though he's not as polished as his father, Larry Jr.
Or he's
can
good.
sure as hell get up and put
Is he even
people
a
on a
starter?
poster. Just ask Brooke Lopez. Dallas Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis.
Sure.
Kristaps Porzingis was called a unicorn because of a unique blend of skills he brought to the game. At 7'3", he could handle the ball and shoot like a guard, but he's also athletic and fast enough to rotate on defense.
And he's good at
which
giving it to
made him
Luka,
into one of the best rim
which is the
protectors
better
in
player on the
league.
team.
There isn't a thing he can't do on the basketball floor, but the only problem
Well,
is
score
that
maybe
he's
right now?
rarely on the floor. Latvian big man can't manage to stay healthy, which is a problem when you're paid a maximum salary.
That is a
Denver
problem.
Nuggets, Aaron Gordon.
What? Oh, shut
Aaron-
up. Hold on. Different Nuggets got Bull, dude. You telling me? I mean, Eric Gordon, yeah, he's athletic. He's athletic. But Bull's a freak.
Gordon
Do
should
they
have
mean
won at
athletic
least
freaks?
one dunk contest.
Or people
But
in the
even though he
sheets,
didn't
because
win,
I'm confused.
He'll forever be the people's dunk champion. The Nuggets added Gordon to the trade deadline to provide some defensive presence and athleticism to their front court. It proved to be a good decision, as Gordon's game fits perfectly next
Clippers
to a
logo looks
brilliant
like the
but
mining skill in
extremely
RuneScape.
unathletic Nikola Jokic. Detroit Pistons, Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. used to get all the hype during his rookie season in 2017. But now, he's barely playing for the Pistons,
And
who
he's
are
the
one
freak!
of the worst teams in the NBA.
Oh,
However,
they're terrible.
that's not
They got
due
the
to a
draft
lack
pick,
of
don't they?
athleticism, that's for sure.
They needed
Smith
it.
has an extra ligament in his knee, contributing to his 48-inch vertical and making him one of the highest leapers in NBA history.
Did they say he has an extra ligament? That's what?
Golden
That's
State
impressive.
Warriors, James Wiseman. From
I
the
think
early
that's Steph
returns,
Curry.
it seems that the Warriors should have drafted LaMelo Ball instead of James Wiseman, especially after Klay went down. However, we shouldn't count the Warriors' big man out just yet. Standing at 7'1"
Nah,
and
this
with
is
a
a bad one.
7'5" wingspan,
That's
Wiseman
Steph
can
Curry,
run
guys.
the floor like a guard.
Steph
almost.
Curry, man.
And at times, he looks like a young Kevin Garnett or Chris Webber. At some other times, he looks lost and makes stupid mistakes. But that's understandable for a 19-year-old kid who played just 3 games of college ball and missed the entire training camp and summer league with the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Houston Rockets, Christian Wood.
Who?
Christian Wood has been a revelation for the Rockets and a bargain for just $13 million per year. He is a highly versatile 6'10" modern big that can do many different things on the court. On offense, he can be a cutter, a rim runner, or a spot-up shooter, but also handle it and take it to the hole himself. Defensively, Wood can switch on to guards and is an excellent help defender and shot blocker. He just needs to add a bit of muscle to fight with the big fellas. Indiana Pacers, Miles Turner. Miles Turner is a defensive beast. In 2021,
listen, okay, not every team has a freak, okay? So then they have to give it to someone by default. It's like the participation trophies, okay? I'm not down with this.
Leading the league in blocks
if you don't have a freak, say no got one.
Career.
Can't
And with
just
the
say
combination of size,
I'm the freak.
athleticism,
In my household, I'm a freak because I'm the only one here.
quick twitch muscle, and anticipation, he's probably the best rim protector in the NBA. Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi. He's a
Like
freak,
all great
man.
players, Kawhi has an on and
I bet
off
she's got
switch during the
thick-ass
regular
meat.
season, and he's no longer the best defender in the game like he was 5 years
Those
ago.
hands,
but
dude.
if you need a stop in crunch time, look no further than the claw in his enormous wingspan and freakishly big hands.
Jesus.
Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James.
LeBron can have
What
that.
LeBron
He can
James
have
is
that.
doing at the age of 36 hasn't been seen before in the NBA. Never
Yeah, people have been
before
eliminated
has a
in the first round before
36-year-old still
36.
looked
That's
that
not
fresh.
What do you mean?
That athletic and that dominant like LeBron is in his 18th season. We know he has great genetics and that he invests over
Whoa,
$1 million
there's more than one
a year
LeBron?
to keep his body in premium shape. But still, this is some freak of nature stuff. And it would be strange if we weren't
Yo, it's
accustomed to
Bronny.
see it from the king. Memphis Grizzlies.
Ja
Ja
Rule
Morant.
Morant. Okay.
Ja Morant possesses an insane combination of speed and leaping ability, and it's even more remarkable that such powers are packaged
Oh, sorry. I thought that was enough Morant? Huh? Is his middle name Enough?
in such a thin frame. Morant will either run past you or run
Jump
over you
enough
if he has to,
Morant.
which has resulted in some incredible poster
Oh,
dunks.
teabag
But
him.
because he's also extremely poised and crafty, Ja is already one of the top point guards in the NBA, and he certainly has the skills
He
to
good.
take over the throne.
He
in
got
the
Eric
future.
Bledsoe now.
Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo. What
thought he was
Draymond Green
dead.
does for the Warriors, Bam does for the Heat. And that's defending all 5 positions, making plays for his teammates, and hustle. Adebayo is in the talks for the Defensive Player of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. But unlike Draymond, his offensive game has taken a leap. 6'9", strong, athletic, and mobile, Bam is a perfect
Oh, that
example
jersey,
of a modern
man.
big man in the NBA.
Oh, looks like a
And
nice
I believe that
popsicle to lick.
defensive hardware is not going to
Woo!
elude him much longer. Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, well, that's
Giannis
obvious. The
Antetokounmpo.
biggest freak in the league.
They call him the Greek Freak because he can run the entire length of the floor with just a couple of dribbles, and because they need a wall of players to stop him from getting in the paint.
And because I hear he's a little, kink. He's a freak in the sheets.
The longest stride in the NBA and its deadliest weapon in transition. Giannis looks like a monster from Space Jam, and his dunks are like that too. Mean, nasty, and dominant.
Hell yeah.
Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards grew up playing football. He is built like an NFL player, and he certainly does not shy away from contact. Ant-Man is one of the most athletic players in the NBA
He gonna
today,
be something in
and
a few
he's
years when he
already
grows into
caught
his body.
several bodies in a spectacular fashion. His dunks are filthy. His press conferences are hilarious, and he's actually turning into a good basketball player.
Yeah,
this young man
second-
is going
second
to be
in,
a star,
votes,
and
Rookie of
I'm
the Year.
willing to bet my house that he's going to produce a lot more poster dunks in the upcoming years. New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson.
Oh,
He's
come-
not Miley Cyrus, but he comes in like a wrecking ball, and there
He's
is
the biggest
nothing
freak in
that
the league.
anybody can do to stop him. When he drives
No
to the
one can
paint,
stop him.
defenders just bounce off his large 280-pound frame, and he often looks like a man amongst boys. Zion,
I know, and
is
he's
one
so
of the
young.
biggest
It's crazy.
freaks of nature we've ever seen, and it's
Yep,
scary
yep,
that he's only
yep.
just 20 years old
Yep,
and is
yep,
just scratching
yep,
the surface of his
Yep.
potential.
Yep.
New
Yep.
York
Can we go
Knicks.
back and watch it? Dude, Zion Williamson. Oh, so amazing, dude. So amazing.
Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robertson
Once in a
is
lifetime
a
athlete.
7'1" center for the Knickerbockers with a 7'4" wingspan and has emerged as an elite shot blocker in his
Woo!
first
That's a
2
goal 10, though.
seasons. What is unique about Robinson is that he only wears size 13 shoes, and he's probably the owner of the smallest feet in league history at his
I wear size 13. We have the same meat size.
height. But that's not a bad thing, as smaller feet
How
make
tall
him
is
more
he?
mobile and enable him to change direction and close out more quickly. In his sophomore season, Robinson scored 74% of his field goals and made NBA history, breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record for field goal percentage in the season. Oklahoma City Thunder. Alexei Pokusevsky.
This dude, this guy is 7 feet tall and plays point guard and has a dark matter. That's the only reason I know
Commonly
him.
known as Poku, has been turning heads in his rookie season for the Thunder.
Oh
a
my
skinny
God.
7-footer with handles and a silky smooth stroke.
No,
Poku has been one of the
no.
few bright spots for the Thunder
No.
amid their tanking season. If he bulks up and adds 40 to 50 pounds of muscle,
Adds
to
40
Giannis,
to
the
50
league will
pounds
be
of
in trouble.
muscle? You have to
Orlando
go to
Magic.
steroids.
Mo Bamba.
I got hose.
Before he was drafted with the 6th pick in the 2018 NBA draft, Mo
I thought he
Bamba
left
had
the league
set several records at
for
the
music.
NBA draft combine. Standing at 7 feet, Bamba has a Boeing 747 wingspan, measured at 7 feet and 10 inches. A draft
Hey, you
combine
freak,
record.
man.
Bamba also set a new high for longest standing reach at 9 feet and 8 inches, which
Jeez.
means he almost
What?
doesn't need to
What?
jump to touch the 10-foot rim.
didn't know he was that big.
76ers. Ben Simmons.
Oh, God. Ben
Players who are built like
Simmons?
Ben Simmons shouldn't move around as Ben
Simmons might not be in the
does.
league
With a long
anymore.
stride and metronome precise handle, he runs like a big deer in the open court and is almost
Plays like a
impossible to
deer in the
stop.
court, too.
It's remarkable how Simmons changes direction at 6'10" and 240 pounds. And the way he successfully slips through screens while he chases around point guards a foot smaller than him. Phoenix Suns. DeAndre
That was a
Ayton.
hashtag ag.
Luka Doncic was by far the best player in the 2018 NBA draft, but
By far.
nobody was mad at the Suns for choosing
Luka was on the Hawks?
draft. But nobody was mad at the Suns for choosing DeAndre Ayton with the first overall pick. Ayton is built like a 7-foot Greek god with a 7'5" wingspan and the athleticism of a small forward. When centers like that come around, you don't pass on them because their ceiling is the roof, as Michael Jordan would say. Although they probably should have picked Luka, Ayton is still a freak of nature and his upside is still as
Hey, man,
high
he
as ever.
almost
Portland Trail
almost got a championship.
Derek Jones Jr.
Hey, double
Aaron
DJJ.
Gordon should have gotten that 10 from D Wade in the 2020
Yep,
dunk contest.
yep, he
but
stole
he
it.
decided not to
He
due
stole
to his
it.
Heat ties with Derek Jones Jr.
This dude.
Even though I wanted Gordon to win, I wasn't mad that Jones won it. A spectacular
was.
leaper with a 48-inch vertical, Derek Jones can really look superhuman with the way he flies through the air. Although
Greg
he's been
Oden.
a role player his entire
Smaller
career,
Greg
Jones
Oden.
is the author of some of the most breathtaking in-game dunks that you'll ever see in the NBA. Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox. DK Metcalf recently ran 100 meters in 10.36.
Donkey
and
Kong?
he's probably the fastest NFL player alongside the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. If NBA players were in a race, De'Aaron Fox would probably leave everybody else in his rearview mirror.
No.
Freakishly fast and very dangerous
No, he
when drives
wouldn't.
to the rim, Fox also added a reliable jumper to his game, and I expect to see him in the All-Star game in the next few years. San Antonio Spurs. DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray earned a nod to the all-defensive team in just his second season, becoming the youngest player ever with that honor. He's an athletic point guard and a small forward body with a big wingspan and great lateral quickness, which made him into a living hell for opposing guards who tried to get their numbers at his expense. He's also among the best rebounders at his position, and only Luka Doncic and Russell Westbrook grab more boards per 100 possessions. Toronto Raptors. Chris Boucher.
Really?
Toronto Raptors have made a name for themselves in developing
Dude,
athletic
Chris
specimens.
Boucher was the worst player in the game. I think it was NBA 2K19. He was the worst player on my team.
Well-rounded basketball players. Siakam and OG Anunoby definitely fall into that category. But an even bigger athletic freak on the Raptors is their 6'9" center, Chris Boucher. Boucher is nicknamed Swatter Boy for a good reason. He's a long-legged,
only
high
6'9"?
flyer that
I thought
swats
he was
away shots
like
like flies in the
7'2".
Caribbean, where he was born. Boucher put on 40 pounds of muscle since he first got into the NBA.
That's
and
why.
He's now
That's why he's
real
not a
threat
bust
for
no
the
more.
opposing scorers and is turning into one of the best rim protectors in the league.
There you go.
Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell.
Spider.
Donovan Mitchell is only 6'1" in height, but I thought he was
Really?
much taller than that. A huge 6'10" wingspan, quickness, and a 40-inch vertical made him one of the
the guy
most
should have been a
spectacular
boxer.
dunkers in the game today, which earned him the nickname
Why are you in the
Spider
NBA?
and altered my perception of his height. But maybe the most freakish thing about Spider is his enormous feet. Mitchell wears size 17s, a shoe size that
What?
would fit most centers in the NBA today.
Hold
Washington.
on. He's 6'1" with size 17 feet. And what did they say, 6'10", wingspan 6'9"? Oh my God! Yeah, you should have been a boxer, bro.
Russell Westbrook.
Well, I mean, I guess you're doing all right.
Recently
But
did what many thought was impossible and broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple-doubles in NBA history. Russ has always been a great passer,
They make
but
the
because he's
playoffs?
also the most athletic point guard ever, he's the best rebounder at his position. 2021 was his 4th season with a triple-double average, a remarkable feat for someone listed at 6'3".
huh? Interesting. Some of these I don't agree with. But I guess some teams just don't have a freak, so you gotta give it to someone. The Bol should be there. Bol is a freak, dude. The name alone is freakish. And of course, we got the Greek freak. I think Lonzo should have had an honorable mention. It's kind of tough. Like, he's got the best freak in the league on his team, so whatever, dude. Guys, if you got a video like for me to watch or react to, you can tweet me at Troydan under the hashtag TroydanReacts. Thank you for watching, and kids, stay out of trouble.